Hello there folks, my name is Spoonks and I saw A Haunting in Venice. It's alright. Now while I'm not a big fan of this franchise, Murder on the Orient Express was mediocre at best and I just did not like Death on the Nile. This one intrigued me a bit by applying more horror settings, a supernatural element to the murder mystery angle definitely intrigued me and captured my eye. And I was definitely more interested in seeing this film than the other two. And I can safe to say that, well, it's not a great movie by any means. It is certainly better than I thought it was going to be, and certainly the best out of this Hercule Poirot film franchise. Starting with the positives, I was actually invested with the plot. I think they did a really good job with handling the supernatural elements, building up suspension and tension in this film. I thought when it's building up suspense, the film really excels at that. It added to the horror elements, and I also liked the fact that they put pretty much the smartest man in the world into a setting that can't be explained by normal people and has him grappling with the facts that this could be supernatural. And I thought whenever the film tackled these elements of Hercule Poirot, I thought it excelled at them. It was when the film was definitely the most entertaining and most invested I was in, as well as the murder mystery as a whole. I gotta be honest, I didn't really know where it was going, and I was definitely trying to figure out where we were going, as Hercule Poirot was trying to figure out as well, which is definitely what you should do with murder mystery, trying to solve the clues along with the detective rather than solving it before the detective figures it out like the previous film. I also liked a lot of the characters in this movie. Obviously, Hercule Poirot still remains the best character in the film by adding on to the fact that he also has no idea what's going on here. But I also really liked Tina Fey. She has her natural charm and spunk and brings a ton of life to the character, and she plays off of Hercule Poirot very well. And of course, Michelle Yeoh is spectacular as always for the time she's in the movie. And the cast of suspects we have in this film were also a ton of fun, and we got to learn a lot about them, mostly through dialogue exchanges, but throughout the film I still thought they were pretty likable, pretty interesting to learn and understand their motives as the film went on, and just really liked seeing these suspects deal with, again, the supernatural events occurring around them. And now on to the negatives I have with this film. I do believe that at times the movie can be very slow, and I do wish the film would start to pick up the pace at points. You definitely start feeling the runtime at certain points. I also feel like they didn't fully utilize the method of show not tell. Again, like I said earlier, we learn a lot about the characters, but mostly through dialogue and exposition dumps, and that kind of gets a bit repetitive and a bit stale after a while, and you just kind of get bored of hearing the same, backstories being delivered by the characters. I also think that some of the characters were a bit wasted. Maybe there were too many suspects for this movie to handle. Maybe cut a few of them, or maybe just expand upon them a bit more to make them more likable or entertaining. And my last issue with this movie is it's not really scary. It builds up suspense and tension very well, but when it tries to be scary, it just doesn't work for me, unfortunately. It relies heavily on jump scares, and that's cool at first, but after a while it kind of got stale and even a bit annoying at times. I think it needed to focus more on just building up the suspension and the tension throughout the film to make it much more appealing to the horror elements as a whole. But overall, I still thought A Haunting in Venice was pretty okay. Yeah, it's got issues like it's not really scary, it can be kind of slow, and I do wish some of the characters were a bit more fleshed out, or at least utilized more of the show not tell rule. But otherwise, it was still a pretty solid murder mystery that incorporated horror elements very well, built up tension very well, had some interesting characters nonetheless, and a very solid murder mystery as a whole. If you're a fan of these movies, I definitely say go check it out. Or if you want to see a spooky murder mystery to get into the spooky spirit of Halloween, I'd say go check it out. It's not something you need to rush out or anything, but if it's like a lazy Sunday afternoon, you got nothing better to do, I'd say go check it out. And those were my thoughts on A Haunting in Venice. What did you all think of it? If you've seen it, did you like it? Did you hate it? Comment down below and let me know. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you like this channel, hit the subscribe button. Follow me on all the social media links at the end of the video. And until next time, everyone, stay sharp.
When the lights go on again all over the world, and the boys are home again all over the world, and rain or snow is all that may fall from the skies above.